Yeah, how's it going, Half Moon? Does it so happen to be your birthday today? If so, happy birthday. How'd you know? How did I know? I tell everybody the same thing. I actually have a camera of everybody that I know. I have a camera hidden somewhere. Didn't think you would remember. You 100% didn't see. Yeah. I'm just, you know, that the one time you never told me when your birthday was, I remembered. So yeah, we're gonna do some level design today, or I'm trying to think. I think I slept for 10 hours or 9 hours, more than I've ever slept in a while, a hot minute. Fairly good. 19 years old. Can begin now. Just chilling at the moment. Just chilling. Nice. 19. Yeah, you're still. I mean, I'm not that much older, but you're still very young. I remember. It's crazy once you get like, at least for me, it was like, 19. You're already an adult, but your brain is still developing. So it's crazy. Like, you might feel. Eventually, you might feel like. You're just. At least for me, it felt like I was just more smarter. But it's just like, you're just exposed to more as an adult compared to while you were a child. But yeah, I'm talking as if I'm much older. I'm not really. Let me see. So I do want to do either level design, which level design is never a bad option, but I also want to see if there's anything else we can improve in our code. I don't really want to refactor anything. This fan is blowing into my eyes. So we have like 7 more days, 8 more days. To just do everything we want. For the demo. So that includes include chapter 2 mechanics into chapter 4. That would be kind of fun, actually. We want to do something. Flying lamps. Birthday scene in a memory style. What's a memory style? Do you have a... Do you have any references of what you want? I have an idea already, but if you have any references of something you want, let me know. Otherwise, I could do. I could just swing it. Let me see something. Don't have any ideas? Just swing it. Okay. Boom, boom. All right. How are we gonna do this? I wish everybody had like everyone who's usually on this. Trying to think. So definitely I was going to include yeah, this sucks. Oh, what the hell? This okay, wait. Let me make sure we don't lose this. Yo, how's it going, Vivax? There we go. Oh, whoops. Do that again. We're currently drawing a happy birthday image for Half Moon. Trying to design stuff, trying to figure out something I've never done before. What exactly is that? Oh, a web framework, I see. Here, we have an idea. It'd be cool if I had one more, like, character in my game, but I don't. Oh, we have eyeballs, so could do that. Okay. It's perfect. Do. Do. Trying to figure out how to draw a character though.
Hello there.
Wuzzy Wizard, what's up? Goddamn, this looks cursed. You need the perfect circle. It's beautiful. All right. How do we do this? Should I try making bubble letters? I don't know if it's gonna work. I think this is good. I should have written this with a pencil, because filling this in now... Oh wait, I have a better idea. We'll just... do it the same way. Whose birthday is it? It's Half Moon's birthday. What the hell? I wrote here? Interesting. Oh my god, what's going on? There we go. Let's see, how does this look? Could probably fill this in a little bit more. So yeah, that's our character. That's our eyeball enemy. Here, maybe we can make one more. One more. But I also want to say, since it is memory theme, I'll make it really small though. Or maybe I'll be like 1 year closer to death or something. Happy birth, 1 year closer to death. I want to also want to say memento mori. Yeah, how's it going, Shady?
Hello there.
How do you easily draw a skull?
Hello there.
There it is. I think that's pretty good. Oh, doesn't say half moon anywhere. We need a reference somewhere. There it is. Happy birthday. Keep people's attention and new people. It's a genius marketer. I totally didn't steal this from Code Rats. But yeah, hope you like it. Happy birthday. That's the eyeball enemy. That's our main character, sort of. I was gonna put the skulls, but I think it looks really good right here. It's like, you know, usually they have skulls with Memento Mori. Boom, boom. What's with this supermarket / elevator music? This kind of music makes jumping out of a high-rise window seem like the right thing to do. Well, Memento Mori. Finished the demo, took me 40 minutes. Nice. 40 minutes on the Steam demo, was he, Wizard? Boom, 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 boom. Nice. That's pretty cool. 40 minutes. So I feel like, yeah, right now, the current version of the demo, if you've never played the game before, or like, you know, the main version is at least, I want to say at least 2 hours if you've never played the game before, which is, that's pretty cool. I want to aim for like 5 hours. So speaking of, I think did I say we wanted to do level design today? Or some programming? Some light programming. I do want to add this again, the manage moths. There's some like light things I want to add today. You know what? Let's do this real quick. All right, let's create a to-do for today. I want to get a lot done today. I hopefully am very well slept, very well rested. I slept for like 9 hours, I want to say. So like, if I'm not well rested today, something is deeply wrong. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of frustrating. Yeah, I get that. Will be redone pretty soon. Hopefully. I might even just remove it from the game. You sleep 10 hours every day? Oh, damn. That's not good for me. Okay. Checkpoint sounds. Checkpoint sounds and level design. What else? We don't do teleportation, but we have our movement pretty good. Let me see what else. Oh, I do want to add a state of like blood to the final eye, or like, final state of skull after you kill it. I'm not sure we're gonna do that today, but I would like to do that eventually. Oh, we have so many references. I wonder if I should. You know, it's funny. I think I bought this asset, and I don't like it. After I bought it, these are pretty nice. This was kind of the reference we used for our chapter, actually. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let me see what else we have here. Pillars, we started doing, or we finished. Flying lamps would be very cool. The lamps in general have to be redone. That'd be really cool to do. I don't know if we're gonna do it today. Update foreground furniture automation. So we might not even do automation for the first chapter, just because it's not really that good when you want to make something like. We could try automating it, but I think it would take too much time, and because we're only doing it for chapter 1, I think it'll be a waste of time to try to automate it. What we could do for chapter 1, I need to figure out like nice objects to put in the foreground for chapter 1. At the moment, I don't know what that is. Do I need a web version? Yeah, you do, unfortunately. I still don't have a machine to test it on. Organ decorations? Question mark? For safety reasons? Yes, exactly. Dart traps. Okay. Where to start? Checkpoint sounds. It's a simple fix. We already have it implemented into our game, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Let's see. And checkpoint sounds plus connected to light nodes. All right. I don't remember how we do this. Room checker. Room switcher. I know we had this like manage moth sound or manage moth function. I say manage moths. Okay, so in process room, if get adjacent null is if it's equal to null, we just run manage moths. Actually, it might just be as easy as doing that. Let me see what manage moths does. Manage moths says if area hitbox, if light area hitbox does not equal null and level manager dot current world dot current checkpoint does not equal self for light moth in get tree. Yeah, we did some weird stuff here. Let me see if it just works. If it just works, I might just leave it. Let me go into chapter world demo. On high practical. You know, I was just about to say hi after I saw that message, but I was like, maybe Pigorally doesn't want to say hi to me. Okay. So there's one right here. Is there another better room? Let's just test it right here. I want to redeem the 7.5K, but I don't want to disrupt your work. You're so kind. If you want, Saturday is the day that I usually am most happy to do playtest. If you want to wait till Saturday. If you can't wait, I mean, the reward is there, but yeah, Saturday is like the best day too. Okay, it just works actually. I low-key don't even want to do anything else just because. Let me see something. Do we have? Oh yeah, right. So we have this area 2D that checks if the node is there. Oh, I should have checked what actually happens with the sound. Some more programmer art. Don't want anything, just wasting my points. Yeah, you need something. Can't just use your points and not get anything. Oh, there was another issue with these platforms, or with the pillars that we just added. If they collide with our one-way platforms, they look very... They look too much a part of the... like right here. It's kind of hard to see this. So either we make it brown to, like, you know, contrast more with the background, or we just make the background pillar slightly darker. Let me see. You gotta open up a sprite. Low default palette. So it might be too dark. Let me see. No, I think it's fine actually. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Honestly, I might want to make a new version for this so that sometimes they could be brown. Although I feel like I remember making it brown and people were complaining about the contrast of it. And that's why I made it the same color as the as these tiles over here. Don't I have a script to replace the... Let me see something. I feel like I have a script to replace all tiles, or like all backgrounds, so that they look better. Let me see. I'm pretty sure. Auto tile background, background auto tile index. Yeah. Let me just go into this room. I forgot what the... Oh, only issue though is it's gonna replace the books that we just made. So we do need to figure out something with that. Like, how do I put books? Because it's a part of the wall auto tile background. We are gonna update it though. So yeah, maybe we'll make this a... I have so many background tiles already. It honestly wouldn't be a big deal if we put it... Yeah, I wonder. One of these days. Alright, let me get rid of this. Because we have so many tile maps. It's a little distracting, you know? I mean, this is all, like... Yeah, the entire room is just... There are no actual nodes. It's just tile maps everywhere. But yeah, let's go into... Oh wait, on the top background. What do we call it? Is it this one? Yeah. So whatever this is, 15. So go into world demo, set this background to 15, and everything should magically yeah, there we go. So everything magically turns into this background, but we lose the books. We lose the books that we just played. We could actually not save this. Here, like, go back here. Wasn't it? Did it save? Don't save. Yeah, everything should just work. It did work, actually. What we could do really quick for that script, in case we don't want to lose it. Let me see what this does. The background auto tile. Background auto tile. Mass set auto tile. Auto tile background. We get an auto tile. I'm not sure if this is how we're going to do it. Like putting books in the background in this way. But what we could do, when we mass set auto tile, you know, we have all of these other children nodes that we never even use anymore. And honestly, this is maybe where we'll put the decor. Like maybe this is where we'll put the books. honestly, it's not a bad idea. We have windows, bricks, tile map. I used to do this stuff like, we used to put windows. This is how we automated putting windows into our game. I've removed windows since then, but this is where we could also put, just all of the wall decorations. I mean, this is how we do it for our main auto tile, so it's not a bad idea. For now, I'm gonna hard code it right here. Just say, for cell, if cell does not equal, what is it? Forgot what we called it. Whatever is book. If it's equal to 18, we just don't do it. If get cell v. We're gonna do the whole short return, even though it's not really necessary. If get cell v of cell is equal to, what did I say? 18? So yeah, but eventually I think what we're gonna do, maybe we should do that today. If we decide to work on chapter 1, I think we're gonna do level design. Like, we're gonna do a little programming today, but once we're done with all of, I guess, what we're doing in this, so checkpoint sounds we did. I might even save level design for the end. We'll see. Continue. Yeah, we might do level design at the end because I feel like you're more creative when you're tired or when you're exhausted. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll actually work on automating adding the bookshelves to the background. Not automating it. Actually, we'll see. Maybe we do want to automate it. The other issue though is let's not worry about it right now. So if get cell v of cell is equal to 18, we just won't do anything for now. You should be the most creative. Well, are you? You should be. But if not, then you're just not the most creative person, or you're just not the most exhausted. What the hell happened here? Did I accidentally click on changing it? Maybe. All right. So it should just work again. Let's not run save for sure. What the hell? How did that window just open? All I did was click on this. Challenge anyone here to a napping competition. Yo, Kent, you still don't want anything? Don't want anything for your... Alright, polish rooms. And... let me see. So it seemed... it didn't work. Wait, what? Check index on... what the hell? Input auto tile is equal to... oh. Automatically we set it to a -1, so it didn't actually do the thing. Also, what is this? Tile map, vines tile map, invalid index 2 on base array for line 381 for the vines tile map. Let's look at that. Once mine is ready. Okay. Yo, how's it going, Art? Okay. 381. Line 381. Oh. Else output index. Invalid index. So what we do here, if we don't have a valid index to place, if we've already used our max auto tile, here, I mean, let me print this out really quick. Print invalid index 2 on base array. So we're saying input array of 2. So I guess we could just say if we don't have another cell to use, I think we're gonna refactor this eventually. If we want to add some like more complexity to this. Ayo Prek, the levels are looking sick. Where you got the art from? Most of it was itch. A lot of it was itch. I think in fact everything was from itch. What's your monitor resolution? The screen seems so much more spacious than my 10. It is 1080. I think it's 20. I want to say it's 20. No, I think it's 22 inches. Yeah. Boom, boom. So what we need to say is, I guess we would just want to make sure that it's not larger than if input array index is greater than our input array dot size minus 1 dot size minus 1. We can just okay. Alrighty, I think that's it. Let's try that again. I mean, it didn't break anything in the game. I guess it technically did. So we run it again, polish rooms. Hopefully we don't get... We get this division by 0 thing. I guess we didn't solve that yesterday. I was pretty oh, what the hell is this, though? We're getting... Interesting. We're like, I wonder why that's happening. We're reaching our max threshold, and then we're adding +1. Interesting. Oh, let me see. Input array. If it's less than our input array, less than or equal to? No, yeah, less than or equal to. It's still doing that thing. Wait, let me see. This all needs to be refactored. Let me see. All right, so invalid index 2 on base array. This is on line 180. So if input index +1 is less than or equal to our input array, if input array index +1 is less than one of these should work. No? It seems like it's... Let me see something. Does our vines tile map have like it might have the wrong... No, it's 0 and 1. So these are our vine indexes, and then these are our current ground indexes. Somehow it's placing the vine indexes on the floor. I'm not entirely sure why. Input array, but input array I guess what we want to do actually is, because set random I guess we do this, and then we say if it's not equal to this, we put it we haven't replaced anything, so it's grabbing the old output index. or it's setting, oh, the output index is set to 0. So if we don't want to run anything, we're going to have to say, this is correct, -1. All right, it was giving us that took a nap earlier this evening as I went for a, to me, very long run today. Now I'm coding a string printing function for my art tool and having a lot of fun. How are you doing? Only got 6. The 22 inches. That is actually. I feel bad for anyone who would have that. It sounds like a terrible life. Oh, wait, what? This seemed to work, though. Are we still getting the error? We're not. I wonder. What did I do before? If input array index plus equals 1, or plus 1 minus is less than or equal to array size. I think we said this, and then somehow the output index didn't get updated. I'm just curious to see this in action. So yeah, okay. So then okay. So it's just less than or equal to. We could have a double check. Like technically, if this ever does happen, we want to make sure. No, yeah, we do want it to update. Okay. Oops, I did not want to click on reset spikes. So we didn't save anything. We can just click on don't save, go back into world demo, and everything is back to normal. But now, if we run polish rooms. Oh, what? I thought we just fixed this. No. All right, so we do have to do the thing where, like, basically, if it's. May I ask what you're doing? We're automating. So, I have this button called Polish Rooms, which basically replaces all of the tiles. Like, let's say we update. You see these like red grass here? That's like it's basically automatically placed throughout the chapter. It could be anything. So if you look at like, let's go into chapter 4. You'll see I have a bunch of sprites that spawn on like the foreground, on the floor, and on the ceiling, just to give the game a little bit more like life. So like those rocks right there, stuff like that. But in order to do this, originally I'd have to go into every single room and just, run a script to replace them. Here, I'll give you like, we can just go in. This one is not that pretty. Chapter 4 is not a good example. Or, I'll show you chapter 3. So we go into this room, and we run this. See, like, everything just randomly gets placed. It's so funny. Look, the vines are also being placed here. We're messing up somewhere, with our script. I think, because we're setting it to 0, if it is set to 0, we want to make sure it's just going back to the original rather than not. That's why it's being placed. I think we figured it out. But yeah, so everything gets automatically placed. But this is just one room, so I'm trying to, like, usually what I do is I try to make this work in the world scene. So we could just, let's say we update a texture, we could just click one button and then the entire chapter will get updated with the new textures that we add. So yeah, this is like an old feature that I've worked on, but now we're adding more detail to like automating the art. So for now, like, you see the books in the background. I want to make sure that that gets added to the game, or at least gets preserved in the game, because my current script, what it does is if we want to set a new background texture, we remove everything. Like, let's say we updated the background texture, we remove everything, like everything in the background, and place the new texture. But sometimes we want to preserve things, like the books. You're a script. Thank you, Pigorli. So that's what I'm currently working on, and yeah, originally what I did was I'm honestly going to probably refactor this eventually, but you can see this blue this banner right here is spawning in because we've reached the threshold of large images. See these? We can only have, like, I believe two of these per room, 2 of these large images, and once we reach that threshold, if it gets hit again, it'll put well, right now the script, originally what the script did was say, hey, don't place any more tiles. But we still want it to place tiles. We just don't want it to place the original. So what we'll do instead is we'll say, if this is happening, you know what? Here, let's do this. If it's greater than this, we'll just say output index is equal to equal to the input array index. This still might there might be something I'm not accounting for, but for now I'm just gonna put it like that. Output index is equal to the original input index that we've created, and then else we're going to say just plus equals 1. So that should fix it. But I'm... Oh, wait, what? No. Wait, why is there... Okay, wait. Let me see. We're a little smooth rain today. I'm going to install that. Yeah, whoops. Wait, so if it's greater than our size minus 1, we say it's equal to our input array index. Which is this. Input array index is equal to so set random is set to false. Fun stuff, right? It is fun. It was fun working on this, but now that we want to refactor, like, it's not fun right now because I have to refactor this, and I don't feel like doing that today. So it's more of a nuisance at the moment, but that's okay. Because it's a whole can of worms to, like, I don't want to. There's so many edge cases for this, and I don't know what's the perfect one, because, like, we have, like, really large tiles in our game. I'll show you. In chapter 3, you might see it. You see these, like, gigantic pillars in the background. This is a part of that same script that we use to place, like, the little objects on the floor. But the thing is, also, Finna Smash, thank you. It's there, like, the way it works right now is we go through each tile that's that has the potential of adding a random tile to it or a random decoration to it, and if it's valid, then we'll place a tile. We'll place a random tile. If the tile has already been used before, depending on the tile, so if it's like a really large one, we don't want to spam the large ones, so we'll put a piece of grass instead, or we'll put like a little person statue. But if it's a large tile which has a really high frequency of, like, or really high potential of being spawned, originally what I did was, if we placed it, just don't place it and then skip it, but then that removes the potential of adding grass to the game. So we did some other shenanigans. Well, that's what I did right here with this script originally, where I was like, if it doesn't work, just go to the next input array. But the next input array might not exist, so the output index is set to 0, and that's why we were getting those banners. But for some reason, input array index automatically gets set to 0 here. If input array index is automatically set to 0, let me see what 1 is. It was saying 1 was equal to, let me see. It was spawning grass. Where the hell is our grass? Oh, so grass? No, wait. It was spawning this, which is 2. So it was going from 1, which is our cobweb, to 2, which is very interesting. Oh, wait. Was it spawning this? I think it was. There's no other... Oh, no. Wait, let me see. It was spawning this, which is 4. Which is... What is 3? Let me see, what's 3? 3 is... I have no idea, actually. Here, let me... So originally what we did was we said, maybe we should check for this first. And no matter what... Let me think about this. Current array. Because also the current array has a chance of not being updated. If set random is equal to true, current array, get random index. Let me see. If not set random, we do this, and then we'll say the thing is output index is set automatically to 0. Have you ever had a game where you spawn enemies at random? Yeah. What's the best way to spawn them? To not spawn them in the walls? You want to spawn them on your tile map. Just grab a random cell on your tile map. On the tile, on your background. Or you could do that. Spawn it randomly, and if it collides, unspawn it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how I did it with mine. Just put it... just select a random spot on the tile map. That isn't like a, collision. That isn't a collision square, whatever you want to call it. If not set random, we do this. Well, I don't know if I want to keep doing this right now. And then... If not set random... but let me just do this really quick, just to see if this worked. Changed is equal to false. Changed is equal to true. Rock Copper Games, thank you. Yeah, it's still spawning up. That little green, little spaghetti you see there, right there. All right, let's go back to the original, which was what? Let me see. There's something we're missing here. Whoops. So this was the original, I believe. And I think it works for most cases except for chapter 1. Let me see. Invalid index 5 on base array. Okay. You know what we could do? I'm trying to think. If we... I don't get why this is not working though. So input array is 5. So we're reaching our threshold. We're not setting random. We're saying output index is equal to our input array of input array index plus 1. Input array index is apparently 4, which is, let me just see. What is 4? Wait, how's it 4? How's that saying 4 is our No, it's not. It's not actually 4. This is sorry, it's... Or maybe we are confusing our input array index. Let me see something. For chapter... I forgot which one it is. Assume it's this one, chapter 3. 10, 13. For the ground indexes, we have 4. So 8 is being spammed. We've reached the threshold for 8. Here, let me just put chapter 3. Blood chapter. See? I want to make sure 8 is the right one. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this isn't rocket science. I'm not sure why this is breaking here. What I also miss in GDScript is try catch blocks. Except pass. Check Discord. So. Oh, this is very cute. You just had to one up me, huh? It's very nice. There's a demake. No, it's just a one up. That's very cute. Doesn't even have skulls. You know, I should do pics. What? Oh, on the eye. That's funny. No, it's great. It's great. I should have done pixel art actually. Next time I do a commission, it's gonna be pixel art, so we can learn. So if input array, you know, it's so weird. You know what I think? Wait, let me see something. Get random false. Current array index. Okay. This should work. Yeah, literally, if input array index plus 1, or you know what we could say, if input array index is greater than or equal, I think that's why we messed up. It should have been this. If it's equal to, if it's greater than or equal to our size, we just want to set it to this. All right. Brain cells. Activate. All right. Seems like it works now. But goddamn, we get so many tiles. This is why we're gonna refactor some of this, because like now it's too many tiles, and we might want to reset it to like, you know what? Actually, I have an idea. Instead of setting it to the current index, which is it's too much. It's actually a little redundant. I'm gonna set it to 0, and that way we just get more grass. There we go. Alright, so now it should work in the pixel art is easier, IMO. I think it's harder for me, but I still want to get better at pixel art. So yeah. So now you can see we're still using the grass tiles here. But yeah, it works now. Yo, how's it going, Sticks? I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Like 2 seconds. Somehow you can't do 5 things at the same time. Looks like a hologram. Maybe it is. You see my hair? You see how it like flickers like that? You think I'm real? You think any of this is real? All right. Line 234, division by 0. What is this? Auto tile 2. Okay. So, what was the point of fixing all of this? When we run our auto... Let me see. So, polish rooms. Alright, so polish rooms works again. What was the... AI developer. NPC developer. Gang gang. Gonna go to sleep now. I'll see you. Peace. Okay. So
Hello there.
Chef, I want to fix. Wait, first I want to see what auto tile we were in. For the background. This was 15. So, if we go into world demo and we set this to 15. And run polish rooms. See, everything gets updated. Cool. Awesome. Oh, you know what does also get updated? The wood background that we had in the game. But I'm actually going to replace that as well. So we're not going to save this just yet because I want to make sure those textures... we're going to have wood in our game, but it's not... Oh my god, I got a heart attack for a second. How's it going, Sekros? We're going to add... We're going to still keep that wood texture in the game, but I'm going to make it like a dark blue as well. So anything background related is going to be, you know, just blue. Or just darker than the foreground. But it'll still have that texture. So let's figure out what the hell, why is this happening? The division by 0. 234 auto tile, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. $234. What do you press to find a line? Control G, Control R, Control F, Control H, D. Nope. That just ruined everything. T, Y, nope. $234. We'll just scroll down. So line 234 division by 0 in operator mod. Blah, blah, blah. I thought we fixed this. Get auto tile original variant. I guess if it's equal to 0, we don't need the original chord. That's why it's doing that. The only one that we're actually, I think we're only concerned with, like the x-axis is always the same when we do this. But yeah, technically we would want to split this up if we want to prevent this from spamming us. It doesn't actually break the game at all, but yeah, I'll do it real quick. Here, let me see. Bum bum. What is this? Why do I have this current Alice size for base tiles? Just there. Okay. Let's get rid of it. Or you know what? I'm not gonna get rid of it because I don't know. I mean, it doesn't do anything, but I don't know why it's there. So we'll say original variant chord. If cell dot auto tile chord. Cell auto tile chord. Whoops. If cell auto tile chord dot x is equal to 0. Does not equal 0. Original chord dot x is equal to this. If cell auto tile chord dot y does not equal 0. Int base auto tile scale. Base auto tile scale. Current atlas. I think we're still messing something up. Division by 0. We'll see. We might be still messing up something. Var There's still something else. We would want to say else. If it's not equal to that. Current atlas size. The thing is, we're dividing by... I think we're messing something up here. I'll see if this... Maybe I don't have the brain cells to figure this out, but for now, let's... Wait, it already gets set to... Here, I'll just do this. No, let me see if this works first. Alright, so this was in World Demo. Polish rooms. Alright, seemed to work. Seemed to fix it. We still have another issue here though. Auto tile 2, invalid, non-existent function, get use cells on in base nil. 207. For spike tile map and get use cells. Get spike tile map, input bool. Spike tile map. I guess we just want to throw this in here. It's not equal to self. For child. I guess it's spike tile map. Or we could just throw it. We could throw everything into if it has it, but whatever. If spike tile map. All right. World demo. Polish rooms. All right, there we go. I think we fixed everything. All right, so I don't want to save this just yet. We want to make sure. Should I replace the texture now? So I want to make this look like wood, or like it's still gonna look like wood, but the texture needs to be like a dark blue. Also, we don't have any decent transition textures here. What did I want to do originally with what was there to do today? Flying lamps, final state after you kill it, and level design. Should we do this first, or should we finish up with the auto tile? So the entire auto tile script has to be refactored. The entire tile map script has to be refactored. So maybe we'll save that for the nighttime stream. Let's start working on the enemy then. Because I want to make, because I do want to try this out in the game really quick. I am going to update the texture. Oh, and we also want to make sure that this is only. Well, which one was it? Is it this one? 14. So if it's not equal to 14 as well. Again, well, we will update this soon. I do want to update the game. Okay. Polish rooms. Oh, wait. This is... What was the original? Was it 18? No. Shit. Background auto tile. 15. Boom. 15. Auto tile index. 19. Polish rooms. And boom. Everything got updated. Cool. All right. But yeah, eventually what we're going to do, right now it's spawned. Ah, man, maybe I should do this now too. Low-key want to do it now. The enemy maybe could wait. Since we're already working with the auto tile, might as well like keep the juices flowing. I think we will keep working on the auto tile. So what I wanted to do was put bookshelves. Basically, right now we have, if we look at our room, it's kind of messy at the moment. I mean, it's always messy, but you can see we have. This is not what a room looks like. Let me close everything. We have, oh, this is not a good example either. Let me go back to the first room. We also never saved what we did. Or did we? Let me see. Okay, yeah, we did. You can see we have foreground objects, which are these, the furniture pieces here. Although this is a complete, like, this was hand-drawn. This isn't, like, procedurally placed, the boxes. They could be. The pillars that we have here are procedurally placed, and the banners are procedurally placed. Everything else. Also, the books in the background are hand-drawn, but it is an auto tile. But right now, what it is it's just a texture for the walls. So you can see I could just replace it by doing that. What I want to do is, if we do place it into the game, instead of what's going on right now, where we're replacing the wall texture. What we're gonna do is if we ever see this texture in the game, we're gonna spawn it on top of the texture. So if we look at our auto tile background, we have a bunch of these. Like, we have decor, we have tile map, we have bricks,
And now for something
we have
completely
windows.
different.
I'm gonna delete all of these, and we're just gonna start from the beginning. This was like, I added this super early into the game. I mean, it doesn't even look good. Same with the bricks, doesn't look good. I don't know, this is empty. And then decor also kind of shitty. So I think we're just gonna try to delete everything. It's gonna make some crash. It's gonna make a bunch of things crash. I'm pretty sure. What did we do? New pillars for chapter 1. Alright. Just make sure that closes. Alright. Yeah, should I just... I'm gonna delete everything. I'm scared. Let me see. You're a real pillar of gaming society. Thank you. So yeah, you see here we have like windows, bricks. Alright. Say goodbye. I wonder if this is gonna... Yeah, we'll see. Save. Does the script automatically check if these exist? It seems like the answer is no. If we were to run our game right now, everything's probably going to crash. I'm going to close all of this. Delete everything here. Delete this. Curtain sprite, we don't use this anymore. Used cells. Tile map. Type is tile map. I don't know why we do that. Maybe, I guess, I don't know. RNG max. This is for the auto tile background. I wonder why we added this to the game as well. Because the max stuff is only calculated by our collision tile map, but whatever, I'm not gonna question it. Ready if is an editor hint. We set the seed, for some reason it's automatically set to 2. I'm gonna erase that. Y values are opposite. Yeah, we should. Man, I really want to fix this. Cell min is equal to used cells at 0. Auto tile background. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. So decor cell is equal to a decor tile map. We don't use this anymore. We are going to. Yeah, let's just remove that. What is this? Add decor. I don't think we have any. Let me see. Decor tile map. That set cell V of last decor position. Honestly, I think this is how we were playing, placing like bricks into the game. I'm gonna delete it all. Replace bricks. Yeah, this is like super old. The only thing that's this is not even used, but we still might use something similar. Refresh auto tile ready. If not is editor hint. We say for cell and use cells. Cell min. I don't know why we grabbed this. I feel like maybe. Here, I'm gonna erase it all. Yeah, I'll comment it all out. Yeah, we don't use any of it. Okay. I'll just delete it. If we do, let me see actually. We still might need to calculate the min and max stuff, so I will leave it in the game actually for now. Or we'll actually just call this like func calculate or get min and max cells. Void. Okay. We might not even need to use it. All right, so left min index, left max index. What the hell is this? Okay, it doesn't seem like we use this, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we do not. Last decor position we don't use. Set auto tile. Okay, these are our set get stuff, and then tile index. See? Set cell. Okay, this is okay. Tool script. All right, we're gonna make a new tile map here. It's gonna have our bookshelves, the new bookshelves. Library 8x8 books background, I believe is what it was called. All right. So yeah, right now it's pretty simple. I'm gonna set this as our auto tile. Minimal. Okay. Should I update? I'm not gonna update it right now. I do want to update the texture, but we'll do that during another part of the stream. Also, I feel like if I set this to 2x2 and then we fill this up. Actually, 2x2 seems to be better. I was about to use 3x3. But yeah, we do want to add some more textures, like for the walls and stuff. For like the edge pieces. We'll leave like this for now. Actually, yeah, we'll leave it like this. No, we'll leave it like this. Okay, so this is a tile map. Or, yeah, tile map. Do we see tile map anywhere? So I put it under scenes. Okay, so this is going to be the wall. Should I call it wall decorations? Wall decorations. All right. I don't know. Do we need a script for this as well? We're just gonna randomly be placing it. We can handle all of that here. And honestly, we could also add it as a child of the tile map. I guess here, let's do this. So this is going to be a part of the tool script. I guess we'll put it all down here. Bricks, let me see this. Bricks max size, we don't use this anymore. Cell max, flip, don't use this. Collision tile map, don't use that. Current seed, 0. We do use, if we want to keep this in the game, if I want to add it, we'll re-add it. And then random tile number, what the hell is that? Random tile number. Whoops. Okay, we don't use this either. I don't know what this again. This was like super. Like this is like legacy code from when I first started this game. Funk. All right. So we're gonna have a add decorations. We might want to add a decorations tile map. I'm trying to think if we want to add. Yeah, we're gonna do it the same way we did it with our main auto tile. So we're gonna say var tile map, var decorations. Tile map. Add decoration. So if we're gonna want to look for this child, if it doesn't exist. So for child in get children. If child dot get name. Should we check for get name? Okay, auto tile background, wall decorations time. We're gonna call this decorations. Wall decorations tile map. Curious. Wait, let me see something. Capitalized. I'm not gonna capitalize it. I kind of like the way it looks. Wall decorations tile map. If the name is equal to, or we could do. Should we add it to a group? Expand everything so you guys can see it. My head might be blocking it. If okay, decoration, deoccasion. Dropping in to say hello. Hope you're keeping well. Thank you. I'll see you. I assume you're just stopping by, so thank you. We're doing well. Actually, I slept really well today, so like I feel really good. Var decorations has decor. You know what? We don't really. Yeah, has decorations. I guess maybe we want to update the tile map as well. So decoration tile map is equal to the child. Okay, so else, if not has decorations. We want to preload this too. We called it wall underscore decorations underscore tile map. Right? Yeah. I just realized for our for nodes like this, for preloads for like tool scripts, we don't need to preload it because we're just going to, we're only using this in the tool script anyway. So decorations tile map is equal to load of decorations tile map path dot instance. So now we have our decorations tile map. Do we want to say of cell, whatever cell we're working with, add decorations based on the cell? Add decorations. Or what we could do, I'm trying to think, because we can have, not sure yet, actually. We're gonna go through all of our cells. So I guess when we mass set auto tiles, or you know, when we're, I guess we could just do it here for now. We'll just loop through it once again. For cell in used cell. So, depending on, so how we do it originally, this is kind of similar to how we add like our vine cells and stuff, is we check what's the what cell we're actually in, or like what cell we have, and then we add the appropriate texture. I think we're gonna do it the same way, and we're also gonna remove the cell once it's been added. That way it doesn't have to like keep doing its thing. So what we're gonna say is, oh, and we also want to make sure we add this decorations tile map. Do we have to, I just realized, do we have to set owners? Let me see. How do I do this for our vines tile map? Let me go back into here. Do I ever set owner? Set, no. No, I guess not. Let me see, add child. Why is it not going to the, what the hell? It says there's 17 matches, but it's not. I know we do something. Library platform texture, vines tile map preload. Let me see. Dude, why am I not able to it's not like load. What the hell? Yeah, how's it going, Admin Bowl? It's going well. How about you? Just realized my doing all right. Anything you're working on currently? Okay. Yeah, that was so weird. It wasn't like Control F was just not working for some reason. Add child. We are setting it to the owner. The owner is the get tree.get scene get edited scene root, which makes sense. The only issue is that if we start doing this from, let's say, our world demo, we start adding decorations, it could be a problem. We might want a better approach for this. Set owner get tree dot get scene get edited scene root. So this is originally done in the room, but if we start doing like add transition tiles to other rooms, I'm actually surprised. We do have a check for this though in our world demo. What we do is, in our room script, what we do is we check what the owner is, and if the owner is the main scene, we set it to the room. So we do kind of have a fix for this once we save everything. So we could leave it the same. We could leave it the way it is. So we add the new node and we set the owner. Yeah, let's just do this. Yeah, we'll keep it the same way. I'm trying to think if there's a better. No, there might be a better approach, but I don't know. Not right now. So let's go back to the auto tile background. Go into the script. Finishing up movement for my game soon. We'll start learning Blender 3D modeling. Nice. Oh yeah. So add decorations. Yeah, we want to do this. Decorations tilemap.set owner is equal to the get edited scene root. We also want to make sure that we are not the scene. Actually, it doesn't matter. If we do ever add it to our game, we just need to make sure that we delete it from here. Also, I'm trying to think, because if we accidentally delete everything in a room, we don't have too many rooms yet to for this to work. Like if we mess up somewhere, it won't destroy us. Good luck today. Yeah, you too. If you have any clips and stuff, definitely send it to check it out. All right. Decorations tile map. All right, so for cell and get used cells, we want to check if it's actually like a cell that needs to be edited. So let's say if get cell v. Oh my god. If whoops. If get cell v of cell is equal to something. We don't actually. So I mean, if we want to make sure this is sort of future proof, we want to add another function really quick, checking if it's like one of those cells, like a decoration cell. So if like func is decoration cell. So func. Let me. We can also say get decoration cell, and we'll do all the magic here. So first we're gonna say if get cell v. If get cell v of cell. I guess we'll say match get cell v, because we don't have too many cases yet. But we will. If get cell v of cell, match get cell v. Currently, we only have one texture for this, which is the library, or what did I call it? Books. So if it's equal to 18, and I'm just gonna put books here. It has to be like hard coded this way. I don't think there's any other way to do this. We're gonna say we're gonna want to get a reference to our decorations tile map. So we'll say, I mean, yeah, we already have one. Decorations tile map dot set cell v of cell to right now we only have one, so we're gonna say one. We might eventually also want to yeah, we could put it here. It's not that big of a deal. Just gonna put books as well here. So if it's equal to 18, we say books, we add a book. And then, so we set the cell v, and then what we're gonna do here as well is say decoration. And what's nice about this is we could also, sometimes we might not want to remove the decoration cell, but here we will. So decorations, or sorry, set cell v of cell to -1. So it removes it because the books cover the entire texture. But because I'm thinking we might do some other shenanigans later. We might want to keep it, we might not want to remove it, but I think for now we'll keep it the way it is. This is all we have to do. So we just say get decoration cell here. Or I guess we'll want to say set decoration cell of cell. And that's it. I think that's literally everything. Another thing we want to do is also just update the bit mask. So decorations tile map. Bit mask area of cell. So now if we run it, we can run it in this room. I hope this works. Wait, we still need to, we don't have a tool to run this yet. Eventually we're going to put it into the set auto tile, like, into either one of these we would want to run it. But for now, we're just going to create another tool here. We're going to call it export. Call it wall decorations. So you see, it automatically set. This is the one thing I don't like about tool scripts. It automatically adds it, but whatever. So let's try it out. So we have our 15. We do this, and we add our book texture. Our book texture is currently also an auto tile, but okay. So we say wall decorations, and you see we remove it, and nothing happens. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. We want this to be 0. Oh, what the hell is this? Why did this automatically get set to... Tile index is set to 15. What the hell? I noticed that happened in the other room too. Wonder what that's about. We'll look into that. But yeah, we put here, we go back into adding the books. Run wall decoration. Decorations tile map, that's set cell to 0. It's supposed to put... Oh, it is being added, but you can see our cell size is 64 by 64. So it does get added, but it's like in Narnia at the moment. Let's open up... what do we call it? Wall decorations? Just want to set this to 8 by 8. So now, let's one more time. We add the book tile map here. And we... Oh my god, what the hell? Oh, it didn't save because... Here, let's delete that. Once again. There we go. And it doesn't run anymore. I think we'll want to, like... I guess what we'll do... So it only updates the bit mask here. Like sometimes, who knows? Maybe we want to update it some more. I'll leave it the way it is for now. Or I guess we could put it here. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Captain Coder. How's it going? Also, yeah, I'm curious as to why this gets, this is getting replaced for some reason. It must have been something that we did recently. Let me see. Tile index is set to 11. Tile index. And set auto tile is running. How you been? I've been alright. I've been really tired the last few days, but, yeah, I'm getting better. I think I haven't been sleeping until, well, this morning. I have a really weird schedule, but yeah. My last sleep was like a 10-hour, yeah, it lasted for 10 hours. So I'm like super well rested, it feels. So yeah, this whole set, again, this is the one thing that kind of sucks about the tool scripts in Godot, at least in 3.5. They automatically start, even if you're using, like you see I have this set get here, which is only supposed to run if I click this. But yeah, the only solution that I have for this is that if I just put like another export bool, that's like actually do the thing, you know? Like say like, oh, do the thing, and then I have to check it to make sure that it runs. It's slightly annoying. And you know what's weird too? We have this value here set to 15. And so it's like, it should automatically already be 15, but for some reason, it doesn't update this, but it still runs the script. Hopefully you'll be able to get more good rest. Yeah, I hope so too. I've been doing this thing called biphasic sleep. And I've been enjoying it, but I wonder if it's like maybe in the long term, it doesn't have that good of an effect. Like in terms of like productivity, it was working really really well for me. The only issue, I guess, is that after doing this for 2 months, now I'm like, well, yeah, the last few days I was really exhausted. So while productivity was really good, I guess over time I was just getting more and more tired. But yeah, it took a 10-hour I slept for 10 hours today, and now I'm like wide awake. I feel fully rested. But the issue is if I sleep for 10 hours, then I can't take another nap throughout the day. So I can't do the biphasic sleep today. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I might just stream. Maybe I might start doing like. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'll like meditate or something. Maybe that'll help. To like help reset my brain. We'll figure it out. But yeah, for now, this is the only solution that I've thought of so far. Is like you have to say, var like. I guess we could say use tool script, and this can be like an all-encompassing variable. I think the only time it runs is on the ready. So every time you switch to the scene, this is when it runs. So as long as we have the run tool script unchecked, it'll work, or it won't like mess with us. I looked this up. I don't remember finding a solution for it. Maybe they fixed it in 3.6 or whatever the newest version is, but yeah, for now I'll just leave it the way it is. Good luck with it. I hope you're able to find what works for you. Yeah, thank you. It's a small problem. I would say it's not a bad problem to have. It's not like obviously life-threatening or anything like that. That's the worst problem I have so far, in game dev, and yeah. All right, so let's do run tool script. We'll say by default it's set to false, and then every time like I'm thinking now though, like if we do this run tool script and we're checking for it, we would have to also make sure that run tool script is set to true in our parent node. So like whenever we run this, like save for sure, or like run, basically check polish is the other variable that I use, or like save for sure. This is like my run tool script like double check variable, but yeah, maybe we can just make one all-encompassing variable instead of like setting individual variables here. For now, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. So run tool script is equal to false, and then over here, I guess in add decorations, we'll say, oh yeah, it has to run here too. This whole set auto tile, or even mass set auto tiles. We'll want to check for this everywhere. So run tool script, if run tool script, I guess if not run tool script, return. And we'll do it here too. Alright, so now it should never happen, unless we go into the scene and say run tool script, then we say, set auto tile or refresh or wall decorations. Interesting that only this one updates and not the bitmask here. I thought, let me see. I thought decorations tell me to update bitmask. So we've deleted it, and that's why it doesn't work anymore. I guess what we could do is run it here. We can say for cell in get used cells in decorations tilemap dot get used cells. There we go. There we go. I think that fixes everything. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. So run tool script. wall decorations, that gets updated. Refresh current tile map, and set auto tile also does the same thing. We could set this to like 16 if we wanted to. If we really wanted to. Refresh current. Works with every tile map. Don't remember what these are, but I'm just let me see. We should probably update some of this. Like, we don't use a lot of these textures anymore. Like, what the hell? This. None of these are used anymore. Let me see. So we have 0. 0 is definitely not used. 1 is not used. 2 is not used. 3, 4, 5, 6. What the hell is this? I don't even know. Let me see. 6. 6 is oh, that's some like weird. Here, let's start deleting them. Let me go into our script here. So let me back everything up because I'm easily screw. Working wall decorations. Or just wall decorations. Tile map. Push origin. Delete this. Yes. Delete this. Yes. This is used. This is a very ugly texture. We use this for our background though for chapter 2. I don't know. Do we? I think we. Let me see. Is this chapter 3 background? Background auto tile purple. Let me see chapter. I think we might use this still. Let's see. Chapter. This is for chapter 5. Or chapter 6 is what we call it actually. Yeah, we do still use it. I will update it though eventually. Interesting that this is this spawned here though. What the hell? These are our books. Oh, you know what it is? It's because we currently have this being in the, being spawned, and it replaces all textures. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. We'll keep that in the game, but we're just gonna update the texture eventually. Let me. What's left? So we'll keep that there. This one is Frozen chapter, I believe. We do use this, but we're gonna update it eventually. And then this is used. Library background tile map. This is kind of crazy, the amount of stuff we're using here. Let me see. Do I even use this? What could this? I think this is for chapter. Oh shit! What did I just do? Oh, we have a bunch of them being used. What the hell? So this is obviously is used for. Let me see what the hell. Library background, and then what's this? This looks like the same. Oh, whatever this is, we don't want anymore. PNG. It's the same tile map, but whichever one is using the larger texture, this one right here, we can delete. So this region, okay, it's been removed. Oh wait. Delete that. I'm not sure what this is. It seems like this is actually the bricks that we're currently using for the background. Okay, that makes sense. And then this is for the smaller bricks. And then what the hell is this? I have no idea what this is for. Maybe it's for. Let me see. Oh, I think this is just garbage. Books, library, Oh, let me see. Do. Yeah, we don't use this, so we can get rid of that one. Which one was it? Or was it this that it's using? Let me see. No, this is a very ugly texture. I would have noticed if it was being used in my game. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. So just go in here and delete it. And yeah, this is used for the. We're gonna update this. We're gonna update both of these textures, but I don't want to touch it right now. And this background also, I believe, isn't being used anymore. Although this, let me see. Maybe we are using it. It's an 8x8 texture. Do we always use 8x8s? Let me see. Chapter 3. No, we're using this like darker texture. So I don't think we even use this anymore. So we're using. Wait, what the hell? Where is it? I don't even see it. This is chapter 5. This is chapter 2. 1. Okay, this is the one. 17. Okay, so I think we can just remove this entire texture. There we go. Alright, that's so much better. Now we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this we have 3 textures for chapter 1. But this is a decoration texture. We actually don't even need a bit mask, or yeah, we don't need an auto tile for this because it's all going to be done in the tool script. All right, so I think it's done. Everything is done for this. We can try it out in our room here. So I go into, let's say, room 1. There still might be one problem if we try running this, like if we try mass running this in our game, it won't work because we need run tool script. This is some like an additional script that we're gonna start running pretty soon. Wait. Oh, I guess I had the same idea originally, but then we started running more and more scripts. Okay, so run tools. Let me uncheck that actually. Oh, it gets on the ready. Actually, it's a good idea to reset these values once everything is like once we go into a new room, and then we always have to click on it. I think that's a good idea actually. So let me just go into the auto tile script real quick. Do we have a ready function yet? No, we don't. Okay. So I'm just gonna go right here, func ready, and just say run. You know what? Let's just say run tool. If run tool, or sorry, I guess if editor. What is it? If engine dot is. What the hell is editor? If engine dot is editor. Run tool is equal to false. Again, this always runs. It's so weird because it runs on the like tool scripts still run on the ready function no matter what. Or sorry, the set gets run on the ready no matter what. So I'm actually curious what'll run first. If it's going to run the ready function first, or if it's going to run this first. I guess what we could do is after we run all of these scripts, we could also just make sure that run tool is set back to false. But let me test it out. If this runs first, then everything is a-okay. All right, I'm just gonna print what tool script is running here though. Print run tool. On auto tile. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. So yeah, again, it's very weird. Right now it's set to false. Why is it spam? It's spammed for all of our rooms. Again, it's so weird. All right. So I go here and we go into this room. I guess let me close auto tile background, bring it back in. Set run tool to false. Alright, so it does run on the ready. Alright, that's awesome. Yeah, because otherwise, let's say I do set this to true. Close it again. See, it's already spamming it everywhere. It's such a weird, it's so weird how it works. I hope they fix it in the newer versions. Set run tool to false. Wait, let me try again. You know, actually, it's not running now. But I swear it's gonna run. You know what I think happens if I save the script? So let's just. Then yeah, when you that's the problem. When you save it, that's when it runs the script for some odd reason. So yeah, let's just make sure this is set to false. And now it'll never run. Cool. The other issue though is if you start messing with the script, you run it and then you're like testing stuff out. What we'll want to do is just run like reset run tool, or just set this back to false somewhere. Or in every tool script, we'll have to set it back to false, which is kind of annoying. Or wait, the thing is like. Let me see here. The issue is sometimes some of these scripts include other scripts, or some of these methods include other methods. So like, if we set it to false in like let's say this one, or we set it to false in this one, and it's using this one, then this one won't work unless we include like an argument that says like, oh, you know, use this script or something like that. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Worst case scenario, it runs like once. Like it might break the game once in a while, but it's only in our editor script. It won't break the game. It'll just have like an unintended effect, but it shouldn't ruin anything. Fingers crossed. We'll see. So I guess we can try this out in our room. Another thing that we want to do is also, let's just try it out in the room. Auto tile background, go here, boom. Add the bookshelves, run tool, and which one is it? Set. Oh shit. Oh no. We said it. Oh, this is 15. I wonder, does it? Okay, it just works. Cool. It replaces everything. I guess refresh is what we want. I thought we did a check that if it's set to 15 or like if it's equal to something, if it's equal to I guess we don't have it checking for the bookshelves. Wait, no. We did this. We'll fix that next. Let me just make sure. All right, so we add books. Check it. Boom. Run tool, wall decorations. Boom. If we were to delete these wall decorations, you'll see that the original one is no longer there, which I mean, don't know how much that takes a shot at the script, but it's there. It's at the efficiency of our game, but it's there. And then what is next? So the other issue though is right now if we say set auto tile to, I guess. Wait a second. If we ran this and we run set auto tile, it works the same way. Yeah. It was because we never actually ran the tool that it got replaced, which is good. This is our main texture. The other textures are gonna be, if we add wood. Let's say we add wood. We're gonna add this to the decoration tile map. I believe this is how we're gonna do it. I haven't thought it out yet, but it might work like this. So right now I run wood. It will replace it, but it's gonna work in the same way that the books are working. Okay. Do we want to add books now, or do we want to add the wood texture now? We have to make like an official wood texture. Let's do it. Today is Auto Tiles. The title of the stream was called Level Design and Art. I guess it technically is Level Design and Art. Enjoying NPC's huge wood? Nobody said anything about that. How's it going, Desired? What you been up to? Library background tile map. Library background tile map. Library. We could put this. So we have our bookshelves here. We might as well put it in the same tile map or in the same texture as the bookshelves, and it'll just be like library, optimizing Java. Kill me. Oof. So the bookshelves, or books, what do we call it? Book. We called it book 8x8 or something like that. Something really clever. But I don't see it. There it is. Library books, background.png. Show in library. Boom. Alrighty. So this is the current texture for the books. We're gonna make another tile map. Let's open that up. What was it? I keep forgetting. Library background. I'll just go tile map. Library. Background tile map. Not this one. This one right here. We don't need, honestly, I don't do anything with corner pieces, or like literally all it is this. Or like these textures right here. None of these corner. Here, let me bring this down here. We'll grab whichever ones we like. So this one. There's not gonna be any like any. We get. Oh, actually, let me see. Forgot. There might be something that we do here. Everybody's making new versions for Half Moon. For anybody who's late to the party, it's Half Moon's birthday today. This one's great. Who's been birthed? Half Moon. This was my version though. I like my version, but this one is also really good. This is Mr. Glick's version, and this is Cozy Porcupines. And there you are, Pagorli. Okay. Let me get back into this. We do have an auto tile set for this, actually. I forgot. I was gonna randomly place it, but yeah, there is some order to it. Let me see. I think there is. It actually looks weird. There's like, you see that, like, this is the top of the original tile map, and then this is the bottom of the wood tile map. So there's like a 2 pixel separation between the two. Maybe that's okay. So we put this as the bottom. We probably want to put this as the. Actually, there's no pixel gap. I guess we also use this. And this is the bottom. We don't have a top. Oh no, this is the, wait. All right, there's no, so there's order to the, how it's placed, but there's no order to the bit mask. It's just like, oh, I found the correct texture. Let's just apply the bit mask there. But the textures for the most part are the same. It's just that we do, I'm trying to think, because that means that sometimes there's a possibility that one of these textures will be too large. You see? Let's look at the game again. Yeah, like the bottom, or like the bottom texture, I guess, is too small. You know what? I think we're gonna keep it, because there's already a pixel here. We don't really have to worry about it. Every texture here ends with a black tile on the top, so it doesn't matter. We can keep that same consistency with the wood texture. No, we can't, because we have variations that don't allow for that. And maybe I'm just not gonna worry about it. Let's see what it looks like. If a worst case scenario, we'll change it. For now. Do I need to flip anything, or do I need to add any other variations? I feel like this is everything. This is literally the whole texture. Unless this is this unique in any way? No, it's the same thing. Okay, wow. What a unique texture. It looks good though. But yeah, we're gonna make it the same color as. You did an art too? What makes you think I want to see your art, Pagorli? feel dirty for being that mean. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Happy birth. These are all beautiful. It's all beautiful. Oh shit. Wuzzy Wizard left. No Wuzzy. I shouldn't have checked that on stream. Now you guys know. If someone leaves my Discord, I know. Don't think you can just leave without me not knowing. Didn't want you to look. Captain Coder, welcome. I bet Captain Coder is gonna join just to leave. Okay. No, I just realized you had a Discord. I see. It's not much of a Discord compared to yeah, it's mainly just for my my Twitch stuff. Yeah, Twitch does have it does a really bad job. I don't know why. All right. So we'll add this new. Oh wait, we already have it here. We're gonna update this tile map eventually as well, but yeah, I'm just gonna set a new auto tile. It'll just be why is it so it actually doesn't really matter what it looks like. It just needs to be one tile here. I'm gonna do this. Let's just make sure we update the snap options to 8x8, and it just needs to be like. Yeah, just this. So actually, I'm not even going to set it to an auto tile. I'm going to set it to a single tile. Put that. And then what we do in the auto tile background is... Which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah, this one. So you can see it looks really ugly at the moment. It's just one texture repeated, and yeah, there's nothing pretty about it. My Discord's a mess. I think I need to delete 90% of it. Yeah, that's what I did as well. I had too many channels. Now that it just gets ugly really quick the more channels you add. But yeah, this is my main Discord that I use, or that I made. I think there is some. It is pretty neat out of all the other ones that I've created. I think I used. Although I used, I'm not really a part of this. Oh, I should not show my DMs. Game Dev League, I used as like a initial reference, and then we updated it from there. All right. So let's go back into our auto tile. Now we can add another. Let's see, wall decorations. Go into here. We'll make another new auto tile. We can actually just make it an atlas too, but it's easier to just do this. And actually, yeah, we'll keep it as an auto tile because eventually we might want to do something there, like add transition textures. But yeah, okay. Now let's go back into our tool script, and if it's equal to 19, which is wood, we just say do this. But set it to 1. Save for me. What's this down here? It should just work, right? Work. Boom. Oh, what the hell? Why does it look disgusting? What? Who let this happen? We messed up somewhere. Wall decorations, auto tile. The bit mask is only supposed to include. I guess it's only supposed to include upwards ones. All right, try that again. Oh yeah. Okay, so I think the bottom pieces are gonna look weird now. That's okay. We'll fix it again. So refresh. Okay, there we go. But you can see the bottom textures and the sides are also gonna look weird. Let me see. So yeah, the sides also look weird. That's because we're using an auto tile. What we could have done is we could use an atlas, but who knows? Maybe one day we'll want to use an auto tile. So we'll work with using the auto tile. Unfortunately, okay. If we really want this to work, here, let's do it this way. I haven't opened up tile setter in a hot minute. Highly recommend tile setter if you guys make a lot of tile maps. It's free. It's a free tool, but if you want some of the other features they have, which I personally don't even use, but maybe you want it, like it automatically it creates the tile set in Godot, or if you use Unity, it automatically creates the tile, whatever tile set equivalent is in Godot. And I think it also does it for Game Maker. For like all of the major engines, I think it does it. But I usually just export it to PNG and manually. What is this? Oh, there we go. Manually do it myself. So basically, all you do is you have a center texture, so like something like this. Usually, I have this. My center textures for the most part are all the same. This is on a 16 by 16. We want an 8 by 8. Let me see, load project. This is our 8 by 8 texture. So I'm gonna grab this one, copy raw, paste it, and then we create a blob. So yeah, you can basically. It doesn't look too good on 8. Like this is an 8 by 8 texture. The 16 by 16s look really cool. Obviously, the smaller you go, the less detail you can actually add. But yeah, and then you can export it to all of these: JSON, image, Godot, GameMaker Studio 2, Unity, and you can also add your own That's actually pretty cool. Wouldn't know how to do that, but yeah, I guess you can. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a new texture, the wood texture. We do need variations for this though. Man, maybe I should just do this manually, because these are 4 different textures that we need to add. Yeah, I'm gonna do it manually. But if you want to see how it works, if you want to see the magic, here I'll show you an example. So we have this texture. All I do is I go here, we select this. And there it is. The corner pieces look a little ugly. You might want to like redo those. It really depends on the texture they're using. Because we're using straight lines, it doesn't look nearly as cool. Maybe you want to connect that line right there. But yeah. For textures that are like a little bit more, I don't know, natural looking, it does a really good job. The wood texture is also not bad. If we increase the resolution to 16 by 16, it might look much better. But yeah. We're gonna just do this manually because we don't really need all of these edge cases. We just need this. So we need the same thing 4 times. Well, 1 for the center, 1 for the top, 1 for the bottom, 1 for the left side, and 1 for the right side. The left and right side we might want to keep it like, we might want to do something like this, where like we fill it up like this, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. We'll change it later. Worst case scenario. All right, so everything is always done later. Like, you know, whenever there's a problem, I just say let's just put it in the back burner and worry about it tomorrow. So yeah, let's change this up. Let's make it. I wonder, does the bitmask save? It does. That's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, here's the magic. Right side, bottom. This is top. Then all of these are gonna be right, and then all of these are gonna be left. And that's it. There are corner, like if we actually really wanted to make this look good, we could do this. Is that correct? Yeah. All right, we'll do that actually. So full top, bottom, edge pieces, and corner pieces. All right, let's just make sure it looks good in our game. So we run this again. Run tool, wall decorations, and there it is. Everything is perfect. And again, if we were to delete these, the original texture still stays the same. So when we run our tool script to like replace textures, if we ever need to, it'll just replace, you know, what's left. These will always stay in the game, which is good. So we can run this in the game, see what it looks like. Oh, we're not in the right room. Wow, it's looking so much better. Wait, I don't know. You know, I think it looks exactly the same, but what happened was because like we cleaned up the code a bit, I'm like, oh yeah, it's so much better. But it's the same thing. All right. But it does create a lot of potential for future rooms, because now, for instance, this room we're about to update. Where is it? Oh wait, was it? Let me see. Every room that we've opened. Yeah. Okay. So for instance, this room. This would be a great place to check it out. See, you see the background currently is still brown. We want it to turn into that dark blue color. Same with all of these rooms. But it won't work at the moment. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go into. So right now, when we want to run this, we go into our room script, and we say polish rooms. And in polish rooms, we say, oh, go through the auto tile. Oh, go through the background. Stuff like that. What I'm gonna do here, if we want to run polish rooms, this script could be cleaned up a bit, or a lot of bit. But right now, yeah, like I said, any refactoring is gonna be done, you know, tomorrow. Room. So we're gonna want to grab this node right here. And just say room.getNode.run tool. Is equal to true. And then what we want to do is we say mass set autotile. Actually, wait a second. Mass set autotile is set to the background if it's equal to -1. We actually don't need to do this. Well, we do need to do it, but yeah, let me do this instead, because this script. Here we'll do if get node or null is equal to a true autotile background, and then we say room.getNode to run tool is set to true, and then we run this if it's we mass set the autotile, and then for this room we say room.run tool is set to true, and then we're gonna also say Auto tile background dot. What was the script called again? Add decorations. Dot add decorations. True. And that's it. It should just work. And then again, we're also saying mass set auto tile if it's not equal to -1. So we could also manipulate, the background texture if we really wanted to. But usually we don't. So let's give it a shot. So we'll go into our main scene. World demo. Another thing I want to do on the ready function, since I didn't realize this works, but like for instance, we're gonna say if engine dot is, I always forget what is it, is editor hint. Whatever this value is, check polish. What the hell? Are we? I think we're in the wrong. Yeah, we are. We have a ready function here? No, we do not. Polish rooms. Yeah, the check polish rooms. We should make it run tool as well. I'll change what it says later on, but for now I'm just gonna say check polish rooms is equal to false, and also the save for sure is equal to false here too. Okay. So let's go back into our room. Not this one. I'm gonna go into world demo. We say polish rooms. Oh shit. Let's see. It seems to be doing everything. And did the wood texture get replaced? It did not. Because we didn't actually set... It didn't get replaced because it's a different texture. So we, for all of these, we actually have to manually update them. Fortunately, we don't really use it that often. We haven't been using it at all, actually. Because it is handled different now. But we see that these are working, so that's good. And if we go here and then come back in, why is check polish still true? Let me see. I guess it's okay, so we only have to worry about it on the ready or when we save stuff, I believe. Although, here, let me see. I forgot, there was one edge case we didn't check for when we were working with this set run tool to false. And then let me just print starting set auto tile, but only starting set auto tile is false. So it is set to false. Wait, actually, let me put it here. It is true. So I'm gonna see if this works. So auto tile background, we say, let's say this is our background here. Let's say we want to add books. We say run tool, then run wall decorations. We save everything. We go back into the script. We add a line here. We save it. So we've saved it, and I can't tell. Let me see. Add another line and save it. What's weird is that run tool is set to true here. Run tool is set to true, and it still didn't run anything. Let me see something. Print beginning. But yeah, you can see beginning runs. But run tool, it's so weird that it does that. But let me, okay, so beginning is insignificant. We just want to make sure that this isn't running. I guess run tool is also not running. But yeah, so I say run tool is set to true here. We save it. Clear everything. Go back into here. Save it. You know, print. Just do that and save it again. So you see beginning is still running. So, okay. At least that's good. Even though we have it checked here, for some reason it's running the script from this. Like, it doesn't even check for if it was actually set to true, which is like kind of good at least. So if we're ever updating the script, at least it's not running here, which is good. That's actually, I guess, as good as it can get. I'm actually curious to see if they fix this in Godot. Like, Godot tool set get running on save. Changes that made by tool script resets after running scene. Why aren't changes made by being applied on ready setters? Not reflected in editor. It's really only an issue with saving. Honestly, whatever. Seems like I don't even want to check to see if maybe they fixed it in 3.6 or whatever. Although I doubt it. All right. It's fine. All we have to do is just set, like, this really just fixes everything. Just saying run tool equal to false on the ready. Oh shit. Whoops. Ed. Another thing. Wait, I also want to see something. Print beginning again. You can see that it's where it's spamming beginning. It's spamming that in all of the other rooms. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, beginning. So in the beginning. What did I want to check? If we close it, if this is okay, run tool is set to true. Let me also print. Just gotta make sure ready runs first. Ready ran. Okay, so we've set it to true. You know, let me, oh yeah, let's check it real quick. So we started up, ready ran. So ready ran runs in the beginning, and run tool is set to false. Click here. We can see run tool is false. Okay. The other thing that we could check is, you see this but I feel like it's gonna run false. Let me see. Because there is an input bool. We could say if input bool, but I feel like I remember trying this and I remember it still having issues. Let's see. Watch it fix it, and then I'm gonna be like, oh wow. Yeah, it does fix it. So the whole run tool thing, I think it is a double check though. I think it's good. So I think maybe I am a little smooth brain. Just a little bit. We could literally just check if input bool is set to true. So run tool is not necessary. Makes a list, checks it twice. I could have sworn, I remember trying this out, and I remember it like still running regardless of if it was checked or not. Let me see something. Wait. Maybe it is. Here, wait. We have this, let's say, refresh. Wait. Wall decorations. So I clicked on it. It does get reset automatically, but then I save it. Let's just add a comment here. Oh, comment, save. Here, wait. It's running in all these other rooms. Let me close everything. Okay, run tool, wall decorations. Beginning is false. Okay. So yeah, maybe the first time I worked on this, something was just not going how I expected it, and I created this variable because I thought it was broken, but it seems like it's not broken. It's just yeah, it's a skill issue. I'm gonna leave it the way I already added it. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. It is still nice to have because, like, you know, if we go into world demo, let's say we accidentally like mess up. Let's say we add like we change the spike index of something, and then we say we try clicking on save rooms. It won't work. We have to click on save for sure and then run save rooms. So it's still good. I would say it's still good to have. Or maybe I'm just telling that to myself, so I don't feel like I wasted 30 minutes adding this. Where was it again? Auto. I always forget the name here. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it the way it is. It does work. I think eventually, yeah, we will refactor it anyway. So once that happens, we'll do it the right way. Library background. So we have, okay, books background. So we change this to wood, change this to wood, and then we run our run tool, wall decorations, and there we go. I low-key want to try making it like a purple color. I feel like, let's see. Will purple be too much? We do use the same purple. For the books. Let me see, is this a good wood color? We're spamming the banners on the top way too much too. I'm gonna try to get rid of that. Oh, what? Where are the? We never saved it. So we ran it, but then we never saved it. Whoops. Or was it the fact? Oh, let me also delete this. Alright, let me... That was weird. It, like, saved. Let's try it again. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. Cool. Yeah. Wait, I'm still not sure if I like the purple. Is there any other color we could use? Maybe I could make it the purple be the shading instead, or like the this. Maybe we make this. Let me try this. How much darker is this color? Can't tell if it's lighter or darker. We could also make the wood itself a little darker, but let me see. Can't even tell that it's... Oh, but I kind of like it though. It's brighter, and I mean wood is... I want to say wood is brighter than... Usually it's... Or has, I guess, it does have a higher contrast. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's barely noticeable though, that's the only thing. Like, we might as well just not even use the purple and just have that light color in it. And then we can say purple for, I don't know, maybe the bricks or something. Do. Yeah, there's no point in having that purple there. I mean, I can't see it. I don't know if you guys can. So either we make it, originally it was darker. So if we want that extra detail in it, we make it darker. Which is, one more time, let's see. You know what, yeah, I think I actually like it without the extra detail. Less seems to be more. We could also try... No, I'll keep these here in case we want to bring it back to the original, but yeah, I think we're just going to grab this color and make them all the same. Wait, why is this not working? What the hell? Is it alt click? Oh, it's alt click. I'm so used to, like, I think control click is Godot's way of like copying colors, and it's the same thing in GIMP too. So like switching between all of those messes with me sometimes. All right. Yeah, I think we'll leave it like this. I think it looks pretty good. I might even want to use this texture for the wood up here because there is a little bit maybe too much detail. Yeah, I feel like we're definitely adding more and more detail to the game. And I wonder if I should like tone it down just a bit with like the amount of pixels, like make smoother textures rather than these like sharp textures. But the particles I think look really good, and the particles are very sharp. Like you have to keep, because they're rotating, you see pixels moving all the time. And it also does create a little bit of a differentiation between this game and Celeste, because Celeste I feel like has like really smooth pixel art textures. Yeah, we'll keep it the way it is. Wait, let me see. We're gonna update the background texture as well, like this one right here. I'm not gonna do that today. You can also see the pillars don't look seamless. You can see like if you look right here, you can see they're like not aligned correctly. I'll look into that really quick. We might want to make it an auto tile instead of what it currently is, which is like, yeah, we'll update the texture. I'm just thinking, do we want to do anything else? The bookshelves I also want to update pretty soon. add more detail. Like it's too repetitive at the moment. And the red grass that we see on the floor right now is not correct. Like, I mean, it should just either not exist. I do like it. Like, I do like the idea of having an extra detail on the floor, but it's not supposed to be red grass. Maybe it could be like blue grass or like little stones like this floating around. But I'm not sure actually. I don't know what I could put in place of it. Is this the final? This is the first environment. We're redoing the art of the first area. All placeholders? Originally it wasn't placeholders. It was just that we're always like, I'm always just trying, like, okay, the issue is that I keep adding more and more details to the game in the, like, so the newest chapter is this one right here, chapter 3. So we have six chapters in total, but like chapter 3 is the newest one, and the amount of detail that I've been adding to this one is just so high that it makes the first chapter look like, you know, doo-doo. So now I have to go back into, you know, every time we make like major updates to the graphics, now I have to go into the first chapter and be like, all right, let's add that, because, you know, first impressions are really important. I don't want to make the first chapter look really whack and people only discover that the game looks good at the end. Hello there. Oh, my hello there doesn't work on memory, on the memory. Let me see, does it play anything? Oh, you lost your hello there, sorry. No refunds. Picorly. Here, I'll redeem it for you.
Hello there. Hello there.
Unredeem it. It's too much work. Unless there was a command. Let me see. Refund. Restrict. Doesn't seem like it. Alright. I'm actually really happy with the art. You know, it's crazy. Like, I gotta say, like, if you're doing game dev, there's definitely gonna be parts of like development where you feel really discouraged. I was actually really discouraged this morning, with just like the amount of work that we had to put into this. It's only been honestly, it's also only been 3 hours, but like, yeah, I guess if you just put, I don't want to sound like corny or like cliche, but like, if you just put your mind to it for like the sections of development that are really difficult, you just push through, and eventually it'll work out. So yeah, survivorship bias. But no, I've been doing this for like I've been doing like there have been plenty of moments where like I've been super discouraged in like either implementing a feature or like something was just like everything was ruined and I had to redo everything, and like I just spent like 1 or 2 days like bashing at it, and even if you don't notice the progress in it, just like keep pushing through it, and then eventually it'll come out. And then after that, it feels so good. You're like, your serotonin levels, you'll sleep well that night once it happens. But the nights before, you're not gonna. Maybe that's why I haven't been sleeping well, because I've been working on this and I was like, shit, man, like there's so much to do. It's not looking good. There's still problems at the moment, but yeah. Yeah, the environment, I guess also because I'm not an artist, it becomes very difficult because like it's kind of, for me, it feels subjective. It's like, oh, there's no right or wrong answer. How do I make this look good? Even like level design, game design, all about that stuff. It's like it's a new world for me. Yeah, at least with programming, like I'm not an amazing programmer, but I know like if I just bash my head against the keyboard long enough, it'll work out. I'll get the result I'm looking for. But yeah. And I guess so far the same goes for the art. Like just bash my head. Moral of the story: bash your head long enough, and you'll get what you want. All right. So what is next? What do I want to do here? So the banners are spamming way too much, and maybe we can add. I do want to add lamps, so I want to add floating lamps to the game, and I want them to look like the particles, like they'll be floating around. Like maybe at every pillar, having a lamp floating would be very cool. I think we would still manually have to place them because, like, a lamp right here. We'd want a lamp here, a lamp here. We could still keep lamps on boxes too, but yeah, also floating would be really cool because, like, let's say we dash into it, and like as you dash into it, it kind of moves to the right. It'd be a little animated, I would say. You can see we do have lights everywhere, but they're not nearly as nice as they could be. And the game is also a lot brighter now. You don't really notice the lights in the game, or like it's not nearly as significant as it used to be. Also, why did that spam? This sound, is it because we died? Yeah, something is broken here actually. You see that sound is not spawning anymore, even though if we die. Oh, what? So it makes that little sound. I feel like that's a little. We'll fix that. All of the lights have to be replaced or like redone. I wonder if there's a way to like, because there is. So you see, there's a. Originally, what I did, I had scaffolding below here, and then we would place a tile right. You see, this is. It looks like it's connected to something, but we want it right here. But I'm thinking like. I wonder if there's a way to like calculate the perfect position of a tile. So like, you know, I don't know, like freaking golden ratio. We figure out like, oh, the perfect spot for a lamp is right here, and then perfect spot for another lamp is right there. I don't know if that's possible. I feel like even figuring that out would be too much work. It's probably so much easier to just manually place them. Let's see where else. And then yeah, sometimes it might make sense for us to just put a lamp on this platform instead. I'm also wondering if this is difficult to see. Maybe I'll make a wooden platform here. But yeah, I know people have had problems in the past seeing them. Maybe, oh, wait. I have an idea. For these platforms, we can also add an outline, like a black outline, so that it contrasts. You think it's fine? You can see this is our parallax. I don't think we're really ever going to use it. I think the game looks weird. Not for this room in particular. Maybe we originally used wood, but the color was very dark. I think because our game is so much brighter now, going back to the wood color might be fine. We can try it out. It's I think it's let me see, platform. Forgot what we call it, but let me see. Plat. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how to spell. Let me see. Platform sprite sheet. Platform sprite sheet right here. Whoops, I opened it in a new window. Here, let's go here. So originally, I think we used like a really dark wood color. If we increase the size of this texture by literally just by 1 pixel, I think we could make it look kind of good. But let me see. I think the bottom looks good, I think. And then we're going to use maybe this as the brown, and then this. So it could look like this. Really frightening, similar to my game. What's your game? Send me a link. Let me see your game. Oh no, but I think this is too bright. Send a GIF? Yeah, send a GIF. On DS? You have it on the DS? Is that what you're saying? Wait, so we use this as our dark one. Try. Maybe using this as our darkest color, and then this one as our. I think this is what it originally looked like. But I remember people complaining about the contrast. Let me see. But yeah, again, the game was much darker in the past, so it might be fine now. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks good to you? Shit. Oh my goodness. I could also just update it to a like. I've used this texture for so long. Maybe there's a better texture to use. I do have a bunch of new. I mean, yeah, it's definitely visible. I wish it could be darker, but also still have that. I wish it could be darker, but still have that high contrast. But I'm pretty sure if we make this one more darker, it'll be too much. Probably. So this, although, I don't know, maybe like, no. Like this and, no. Let's see. So I want to try maybe making this the darkest one, the darker one, and then maybe, oh, what if I did that instead? What if I just flipped the two? Here, let's try that real quick. And let me bring the player closer to one of those tiles. So I don't have to traverse the whole game just to see. Can you increase the contrast? So, I don't like to... I like to stick to the color palette. So that's the only problem. I don't like to change anything for the sake of making the game look better. Or making the gameplay look better. I would either sacrifice the look to make make it visible. That's the only thing. So ideally, if I could just figure out the best color combination and leave it at that. But I think you were right. I think this was fine the way it was. Let me see. So this one right here, and then this one. But oh wait. I also have a huge collection of let me see if I can find it. I forgot what I called it though. Furniture. No, it wasn't called. We have like a huge collection of textures that I bought recently. And I put it into a sprite sheet of like basically all my favorite textures. I put into a sprite sheet. Cool decoration textures. Watch it be. It's probably this one. Cool new. All right. Cool sprites to use. Not this one either. It has to be one of these. Please be one of these main textures. Here we go. So most of these are really high resolution, and I probably won't. So yeah, they're these right here. I can try converting something like this into a texture. Wait, let me see. There's a lot of them. I mean, just using an even darker color on the palette next to a lighter. So this is the darkest color is already being used. This is the darkest color right here. But are you saying like this? Saying do something like that? Or I feel like maybe it's just a bad texture. Like, so this is our brightest color, or like let's say we wanted this to be the brightest. Wait. So I do this. And then I want this to be the color? Or, yeah, I don't know. Here, But let me try it out first. I don't mind keeping it the way it was, or but I want to see what would it look like if we just messed with it some more. Where did I put this texture though? I don't see it anywhere. I remember there were like horizontal textures that we can use. Is it this one? This does not look as nice as I remember it. Let me see. Don't think you have a lighter brown, yeah. So this is like a wooden platform that they have in their game. This is large. This is a 16 by 16 texture though. That's the only problem. Actually, let me see. Let me try it out though. So let's go back into this one. I'll make a new layer real quick. Hide this one. And let's try putting... So what is this? Grid. Change this to 8 by 8. There is a 3D element to this. You can see like, you know, this is the bottom and then this is like... Yeah, there's more to it. We could try like just either cutting this off, but we're definitely gonna have to cut off the top a bit. So let me see. Maybe it could look good like this. So we need a corner texture. This one has, the detail of this one is a little, let me see if we can copy this and just, oh wait. Something like this. Whoops. Something like this. Whoops. And something like this. We can't really allow for this much variety in our textures just yet. Let me see how many spaces do we have. View, grid. We can change it up, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a left, then 3 middle textures, and then a right. Okay. I think I'm not sure actually if we flip. No, actually it's not 3 middle textures. It's a hanging texture, and then a middle texture, and then a right wall texture. So this is all we have. Wait, we had... Let me see again. A middle texture, a right wall. Okay, wait, let me see. Okay, we did it that way. So right, then left. Here, I'm just gonna stack it. Do it in order. But that's this one. Okay, so that's this. This will be the right. This will be the left. We need a middle texture. We'll add more detail later. Middle texture, and then a hanging piece. We don't really... Here, I'm just going to do this. If we want to add more details, we'll try to add more details later. Oh my god, what the hell? Wait, actually, let me see. I'll add this as a middle texture, as the side texture. So this is here. Oh, can't see. And then flipped. Oh, there it is. Wait, what? There we go. Whoops. Okay. We'll hide this for now. We'll make sure it's the same color palette. Color mode indexed. Yeah, maybe it'll look good like this. I don't like the... Here, let's make it a little consistent. This might be too much. We might want to like... No, let's try that. Because it's a one-way collision, like it's a one-way platform. You hit it and then, or like, you know, you can only glide from it from the top. Oh my god, that looks, you know, I think in terms of like visibility, it definitely is better, but it looks so ugly to me. Let me see. Shit. We could try making it darker. For sure. Because it's such a larger texture. A much larger texture, it's easier to see. Definitely easier to spot. Let me see. This color, then this color, then this color. And then, I don't know, maybe 3. Or maybe purple. No, what was the original that we used? Here. Let's see what that looks like. Again, it's lacking detail. Maybe we could do like a hybrid between the two textures that we have. So like, let me bring this to the top layer. And here, wait. Took a load of time to find, but I put the GIF on Discord. Okay, give me 1 second. Duplicate. Where are you? Videos. Oh. We have, it does look very similar. Why is it? It's taking a hot minute. Very cool looking game, by the way. Oh, you have eyes too. Yeah, very cool. This looks sick. Reminds me of like a darker, but also reminds me of what's it called? Shovel Knight. But the gameplay looks good. I was clicking this to try to close it. Okay. Alright, let's try. Let me see. I kind of do like the way this looks. Minus the, this right here, whatever's going on. Let me see. Oh, fuck. I wonder why pressing delete deletes the entire image. I feel like that's a bad call for, No, this looks bad. I don't know. I low-key want to try going back to the original. But just making it, yeah, let's see. Maybe making it one tile, like wider here. Why is it not doing, oh, oops. We have to add more variety to this texture, I think. 'Cause right now it's just being repeated, so it looks ugly. IMO. Let me see. Low-key do like this a little bit more. I feel like if we update the texture on the corner, like I feel like right here it just looks weird. It's more eye-catching for sure. Alright. Let me see. Yeah, I do think this looks better. Let me try one more thing. So now that it is a little bit more noticeable. Maybe I could make it slightly darker. What do? I'll make this red for a quick second. The issue is picking this color. So I want this to be our darkest color, and then I don't know, maybe this, or let me see what this looks like. No, I think this is the only one that we can do next. But I fear that this will be too dark. Yeah, it is too dark. Dang. Is there no other combination of colors? Let me see. Bo, 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 bo. You know what I could do as well, specifically for the only. I actually didn't mind it looking like, what was it? It was like this and then this. So I believe this is what it originally looked like, or something similar. Let me see. The only problem was when we were like, oh wait, that's too bright. The only problem was when it was colliding with the, wait, what? It's still too bright, what the hell? Did I save it? Do 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 do. Yeah, it is. Okay, the bottom color is the one that's the main color. Here, I'll just do... Wait, what? Okay, yeah. This is the main color. Let me do that and then this. All of that, we spent like 30 minutes, all to say, alright, let's keep the original. But it will change. I think what we're going to do is sometimes we want to manually change it for it to contrast well against other objects in the game. So like for this room, where is it? This one. You know, if we remove this light node, it could also help, but yeah, I'm thinking just for this one specifically, we'll just make this one brown. Or what I could let me think. Do 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 do. Oh, Pepapi. Pepapi. Thank you. Do 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 do. I wonder if we add. Oh, I wonder if we add more darker colors on the bottom. I wonder if that'll help. Boom, boom, boom. Where's it not open? That does look better, actually. It is more noticeable, I think. They usually say if you want to test this out, you should just print screen and actually just put it into like a grayscale. What do we use? GIMP? So I'm pretty sure, yeah, it does need to be a little darker. Or, sorry, a little brighter. Okay, wait. Maybe we could just do this. Oh, I wonder if we could do this. You know what I could also do? Make it a floating platform so it's more visible. And I like animate it a bit too. That'd be pretty cool. We'll figure it out. I think it's fine the way it is for now. And I think it looks better. Yeah, I kind of like the way it looks now. More than what it originally looked like. I do want to increase the size of the texture just a bit. But yeah, it looks good. Alrighty, let's end it there. It's been a fun stream. We got a lot done. Who's online?
Your turn.
Your mom? Good one. Good one, Pagorli. Did you leave my server yet? No, not yet. Oh, this guy changed his name to V Apollo DD. Oh, wait, maybe this is... Oh, this is a different, never mind. Just thinking Ken Kenobi. I don't want to raid any of these people. Does that mean? Who's Needful again? I forget. I always forget. I feel like...
Stumbled into this, when in reality, you know, like...
Oh, I remember
everything
Needful.
in the
Actually, we'll go for
game
Needful.
was leading up to some conclusion.
Needleful.
Or like various items and tracks and things like that.
Alrighty, people. Till next time, if you want to wishlist Memori,
'Cause I
find it here. There's also a demo.
feel like
Maybe I should shout out the demo first. But yeah, that's... The demo is on that same page.
so that I'm not pushing them too hard in any particular direction. It's just that it's
I'll
like
see
a
ya.
train rather than a river.
See you, best.
You know,
See you,
all the-
Pagorli.
all the paths will lead to the same place.
And Captain Coder. This is our State. Everybody, goodbye.